All right, so before I actually get into this replay, I just want to go through this real quick. Now, just to give greater context, so we're about roughly 4 minutes into the first quarter, so it's an early game, right? But we're tied 8-8. Now, this will give you greater context of how when the algorithm actually wants computer to score, computer is going to score for the most part, and there's not much you can do about it. So look at this: we're tied 8-8. Even though I'm 50% from the field, the computer is 23% from the field. They're 3 for 13, so they're shooting horribly, but we're still tied. Now, how does something like that happen? Well, 7 of their 8 points are second chance points. Within roughly 4 minutes, they've already gotten 7 offensive rebounds. One of their 8 points is from the free throw, right? So basically what this means is that regardless to how often they were missing, the algorithm was just making sure that they would have ample amount of opportunities to get their shit off. So we're still tied, even though we've been just totally demolishing them on defense. Once you get so many opportunities, you're going to eventually score. Like, you're not just going to keep shooting the ball and just not score. So now let's actually get into this replay right here, right? Now, I end up getting a turnover, trying to get a ball to Covington. And what happens, the reason why dudes get turnovers a lot of times is because the algorithm, when it registers, sometimes when it registers that you're getting ready to pass the ball, it will cause the man who you're passing to, it will deliberately make him deviate from the path or the route that he's running into defense, or in such a way where the ball with the pass gets cut off. Right now, you may have in your mind made a good pass because in a regular game it would have been a great pass because you see the path that whoever you're giving it to is taking. But then when you pass it to them, they just break off because the algorithm is forcing this man to, once it knows that you're trying to give him the ball, he takes off somewhere else. And that's exactly what happened right here. When the game realized, because Covington, he's going this way, right? Now regular transition, the guy that's on the far left, he'll bust out left, right? Whoever's in the middle, they'll keep down the middle, and you just stay on the right. Y'all kind of just figure it out and set up. But right here, when I decide to pass the ball to Covington, even though he's going this way, and this is what I think he's doing, I think he's gonna carve into the paint. But once I try to pass it, and the game registers that I'm passing it, he cuts out to the left and dips behind the defense. This happens all the damn time in 2K, but this mainly happens when it's a pick and roll going on. In 2K24, I started to notice that this is happening a lot more often than any other 2K, because they're doing it a lot now, even when there's no pick and roll. Just regular plays where you're trying to pass to someone, they're forcing to dip behind the defense. That's exactly what happened right here once again, and I've showed multiple situations already this year, already in 2K24, where I'm trying to get the ball off to someone and they dip behind the defense. This is not the things that I point out on this channel is not, I'm not just talking about flaws. I'm not even concerned about the flaws in the video game. That's not because every video game has their flaws. That's not the point of making these videos. The point is that it's not that the game is necessarily flawed. It's that it's deliberately been programmed to cheat. What just occurred right there is the algorithm forcing something to unnaturally happen so that I'm not able to execute whatever my plans are. Right? The algorithm is intervening and is forcing turnovers, is forcing my teammates to do dumb shit. Is making this happen. Once again, we're in a transition. Covington is going up the middle. Leonard is on the left. That's the natural flow of a transition. You're supposed to go up the court and stay in basically on your side or within your lane, right? They're not supposed to cross over, but even regardless of any of that, the whole point is that once the game registered that I pressed the button to pass, if it forced that man to run behind the defense. Look at the video I showed with Paul George, the last one I just did about Kawhi Leonard, when they both, once the pass was coming, they dipped behind the defense or ran into a defender because the game is forcing me to get a turnover, right? It's aiding the CPU, is aiding them in being able to actually stay within the game. All right, now here's the same game. Now at this point in the game, computer has 13 offensive rebounds, and I'm gonna show you that versus our 5. Now watch this. So we get another offensive board and a putback. Boom. Now notice he's surrounded by 3 different men. He's been heavily contested by 1 or 2 or whatever. But let's actually look at how he got this rebound. Pay attention. Now Zeller, he gets initial contact of it, right? Fair enough. He gets initial contact. He got his hands, fingers in it all and all like that. But as he goes to actually snatch it, watch what happens. Now you see what's going on right here, right? You see what's going on. This is what I mean when I say they'll give them their script, or they'll give them an edge or an advantage on certain instances. Now look at this. His whole hand is in the ball. See, he's supposed to at least pop this out of his possession, right? But his whole hand and everything is in the ball while he's trying to snatch it, right? No homo. While he's trying to snatch it. And he snatches it further right through the guy's face, out the back of his head. Now we know the game glitches and all like that. I'm not really sweating that, but I'm just trying to show how, just to add on to the point that I was making earlier in the video, that they are gifting computer offensive rebounds in order to keep them afloat, right? So they can stay in the game and get their shit off, so that they can seem to be competitive, right? And he just goes up. I'm right in his face. Paul George is behind him. He's got Plumlee right there to the side of him. So he's got 3 dudes, roughly 3 guys on him. And he goes up and he makes it, right? Now let's actually look at what I was just saying about the rebounds. Wrong part. So they have, 13 offensive boards to our 5. But we have 18 defensive rebounds to their 10, right? Now at this point they have 17 second chance points. The 10 that we have, I'm pretty sure at least 8 of them, probably the whole 10, happened while I was on the bench, because I don't recall getting only 1 offensive rebound that I recall getting. I don't even know if that resulted in a point or not, right? But our biggest lead was 21. They've chopped it down to 12, right? This is, you see what I'm getting at, right? They go out of their way, and just about every time we block their shot, they got the rebound, they got it back. So that'll do it for this video, man. Peace.